right back now to our phone callers. Next up is Steve, listening in Tyler, Texas, also on Butt Radio. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Hank, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Hey, reading a book by James Tabor called Paul and Jesus, and I wasn't familiar with James Tabor. The book is quite an intriguing concept. So he proposes in the book, because of the timing of Paul's letters being written before when the gospel letters were written, that the accounts in the Gospels of the Last Supper were quoting from Paul's letters, primarily, I think, in 1 Corinthians. Especially the talk about the body and the blood and how that's not at all a part of the Jewish culture, the idea of drinking blood. So I was just curious to get your thoughts there and just kind of hear what you have to say.
Yeah, well, first of all, James Tabor is an unreliable guide to the historical Jesus because, as you sort of allude to in the prologue to your question, he's driving a wedge between the teachings of Paul and the teachings of the other apostles, and this is completely unwarranted. I mean, the Bible itself emphatically precludes that possibility. And I think, too, that many people today who seek to drive this wedge between the teachings of Paul and the apostles or undermine the historical Jesus in some way suffer from not being able to read the Bible in the sense in which it's intended. When we take communion, we don't drink blood. What we do is remember through communion the broken body of Jesus Christ, the shed blood of Jesus Christ for the complete remission of sins. So the blood of Jesus Christ is emblematic of the death of Jesus Christ or the suffering of Jesus Christ, which, by the way, was not just physical, but metaphysical as well, for the complete redemption or atonement of the sins of humanity.
Correct. Yeah, it's precisely my thoughts as well. I mean, is there any validity to his claim of kind of the timing of Paul's letters? He says several years before the writing or the penning of Mark's gospel.
Yeah, could be. Could be. I mean, the one thing that we know for certain is that all of the epistles that Paul wrote, and he wrote 2/3 of the New Testament epistles, were completed prior to the time that Jerusalem and the temple were destroyed in AD 70. In fact, I think that we can make a very compelling case that all of the Bible, including the book of Revelation, contra Tabor, was completed prior to the destruction of Jerusalem or the temple. It would be absolutely inconceivable that the most apocalyptic of Christ's claims would have been fulfilled, the destruction of the temple and Jerusalem, without the biblical writers drawing attention to it.